Hello, I'm the Anime Viewer 66, and in recent years the vampire subgenre has grown immensely amongst anime fans. Now, with such anime as Vampire Knights, where you have a more human-like vampire, and animes like Hellsing Ultimate, where you have a more bloodthirsty, traditional-type vampire, the question remains, what would happen if you combine the two into one? With the more bloodthirsty nature, with the more human nature? Well, that today is the anime Shiki in a nutshell. Now, we start our story off in a small, secluded village in Japan. Now, some of you may be thinking, oh, a small village in a vampire story. How could anything possibly go wrong? Oh, and I love how stinking original the whole idea of a small town with vampires is. Now, you may be thinking that, but at least it isn't in a high school, so I think we can all agree that's a good thing. Now, the one thing I do like about this setting is that they got the idea of a small town down pretty good, because they have the whole thing of everyone knows everyone's secrets, and if you mess up, everyone in the town is going to know about it, and everyone knows who the freak of the town is, everyone knows who not to mess with in that town. Everyone pretty much knows everybody is what I'm getting at, and they play on that pretty much all throughout the anime. Now, it seems in this small village there seems to be a small epidemic of people dying left and right, and people can't really decide what to make of this. It's a strange disease that no one can figure out. And at the same time that this is happening, a new family has just moved into the outskirts of town, tearing down an old house that used to be there, and putting up a more England-style castle kind of thing. Now, I think we all know what's going to happen next. I'm pretty sure everyone can tell what's going to happen next. But even though the audience can tell what's going to happen, it's obviously vampires. The people that are actually in the anime, it's kind of fun to see them try to figure it out. This is why I classify this anime as somewhat of a mystery genre and somewhat not. Because the people that are watching, we know that it's vampires, we know that from the beginning. But the people in the story don't know that. And it's to see all of this psychological turmoil of the people trying to find a scientific explanation, and when people finally do find out the truth, what they do with that truth, and how far people are willing to go to protect what they love. As for the characters, I can't really tell you too much about them because of the fact that this anime, like I said, is somewhat of a mystery story. And so if I told you too much about them, then basically you would probably already know half of the story, because a lot of what happens to these guys happened in the last half of this anime. And I'll be honest, a lot of the psychological things that go on in this anime happen in that last part of what people really do when they have nothing to lose kind of thing, I suppose you could say. So yeah, but a few characters that stood out to me were the good doctor, the monk, the girl who really just wanted to get out of the small town and go to the city, and the two characters that may or may not be a yaoi couple. Those are a few that just stood out to me. Oh, and let's not forget the awesome beard dude. Seriously, when you see this anime, just look for the guy with the beard. When you see the guy with the beard, you will know pure awesomeness awaits. As for the art style, it is pretty cool and the animation is solid. The one thing I really liked about this art style is the vampire's eyes, how it had a more dark coloring, but when they began to feed, it turned a red pupil. That was pretty cool. So in conclusion, this is almost a perfect anime to watch during the Halloween season. Creepy and scary with a bit of mystery thrown in, this is definitely well worth your watch if you're a big fan of the vampire genre. And even if you aren't a fan of the vampire genre, you'll probably get a lot of interest out of this anime. I give this anime 5 stars out of 5. I am the Anime Viewer 66. Thank you, and good night.